GaoGaiGar.
Well. For the music that you guys are hearing right now, you can blame Optimus and Xavier for it. I've been brave-pilled. So, let's go ahead and get right down to it. My name is Micah Curtis.
And I'm Alex Baldwin, and good God, I could use some fun after this week.
Indeed. Welcome to Micah and the Hatman. All right, Hatman, go ahead and get us started. Your pick of the week. Go.
So, Coraline. I like this movie a lot, and also I watched it when it was still spooky season and shit. And it's weird. Halloween feels like it was so long ago, just because this week has gone on for fucking ever.
Yeah. Oh, Darth Bobcat
Jesus
throws in a
Christ.
buck and says, "What are the rules on anime cringe this week? I seem to be in second this week after all my election night chats." Just as long as there's no nudity, or it's not copywritten, we're good.
Yeah.
Copywritten's gonna be hard, but do your best.
Yeah. But anyway, Coraline. I like this movie. I like this movie a lot. It has Keith David in it. Keith David is a cat.
Yes, he is.
Keith David as the cat is the best character in this movie. Clearly the best character. But no, this is a great movie. Dare I call it a classic? Always been a fan of it ever since I saw it about 10-ish years ago. Wonderful animation, stop motion. I got a soft spot for stop motion ever since. Well, I grew up with Gumby, so I was always around it. Nightmare Before Christmas I did have as a kid too, but not like, ironically enough, not at the same level as Gumby. So stop motion animation stuff, I do enjoy. Like Kubo, for example, Kubo and the Two Strings, another really good one. I think the same studio behind Coraline did that too. So yeah, but Coraline, no, it's super accessible. All the characters are likable or hateable, depending on what side of the hero villain paradigm they fall under. But yeah, this is a really good one. I don't really know what else I can say about this except it's good to look at, it's good to listen to, it's good to watch, and also the end is kind of fucking crazy because you think it ends like 3 times, and finally at the 3rd time, yeah, that's it. That's the end of it. But it's good. I like it, and I think some memes have come out of it lately too. So good chance to revisit it.
There you go. Gets a recommendation from Hatman. If you've not seen Coraline yet, please do so. So, I said, fine, I won't watch a Gundam series for a week. But I'm going to still watch Mecha! So, ever since I started playing a certain video game called Super Robot Wars T, everybody has been telling me, Micah, you need to watch GaoGaiGar, the King of Braves. And because it was the only robot on this front that I haven't seen or didn't know anything about the series it was a part of, aside from Magic Knight Rayearth. And Chaos Sonic throws in $1, and what does he say? No one can beat my heroes of literature, Neil Gaiman. I mean, give Sandman a chance. There you go. But, anyway, people have actually said with my love of mecha, I should probably actually start calling myself Mecha Curtis as a joke. But, I mean, we've even got Mecha Curtis, and then here on my desk, you got your boy Zaku.
Your boy Zaku.
So,
oh, man.
So, anyway, the King of Braves...
I guess somebody needs to draw Mecha Curtis, the vanilla gorilla.
Yeah. I'm basically Optimus Primal at this point. But,
Beast Wars, there you go.
Yeah. I'm Optimus Primal's albino cousin. But anyway, the King of Braves GaoGaiGar is about an alternate Earth in which back in the 90s a alien species called Zonder came to Earth to try to turn it into machines. As such, the gutsy geoid guard creates a mech that is specially made to fight these Zonders, called GaoGaiGar. And it is piloted by a cyborg named Guy, who was actually almost killed by the leader of the Zonders, who they just simply call EL-01. So that's how the story begins, is that a mechanized lion came from space and gave two Japanese parents this little boy who they named Mamoru, and then flew off into the distance. Well, that same mechanized lion is the centerpiece of GaoGaiGar, and is the kind of the foundation of it. Like, basically, it is the lion's name is Galleon, the cyborg's name is Guy, and then I guess Gar is, everything else. So, and that's what makes up the robot. He's like a 3-phase robot. So, as it stands, this is probably one of the most hype anime shows I have ever seen in my life. Everything is over the top in this. Fucking everything. And that's kind of what made it so fun. Is it's just fucking ridiculous. And it doesn't really explain how much stuff works. But if nothing else, it gives you it's like, this is how it does this. What this and this is, they don't tell you what that is. They just tell you it's this is a thing, just go with it. Make Simps Great Again throws in a buck and says, Micah Primal, the one who will slap both Fortress Maximus and Rodimus straight and kick Scorponok's ass for destroying Cybertron. Exactly. But yeah, it's all hype, it's all energy, and it's all ridiculous, and I love all of it. Like, this is basically like somebody wanting to do a show that's a Monster of the Week Mazinger tribute that just was snorting pixie sticks the whole time. Like, it's fucking bonkers. But it is probably, another way to describe it, it's almost kind of like Power Rangers on steroids. But with one Power Ranger, and he's got the whole fucking, and his one robot is, the Megazord, Like, it is so much fun. And the other thing I really liked about it is that each episode was tense. They found new ways to kind of make you be on the edge of your seat and bite your nails a bit. Because it was, maybe robots needed to be repaired. You didn't know if the robot could handle the specific attack that it has to use because it takes such a toll on the machine using it. So on and so forth. Like, there was always new stuff to figure out. There were always new and unique challenges every week. It's not as good of a Monster of the Week show as Evangelion is, but it's pretty up there. It's pretty close. I would say it's like right behind it in regards to Monster of the Week quality. The only thing about what I think makes Evangelion superior is it benefits from its own deconstruction of the genre, in the sense that because the protagonist is questioning whether or not he can do it, you as the viewer, the first time you watch it, are also questioning whether or not he can do it. And that's kind of what makes it interesting. But on the flip side, there's enough that goes on in the battles themselves to make you question whether or not the protagonist can do it. So it's pretty well written for a show that's aimed at a much younger audience. Chaos Sonic throws in a buck, says, still no Getter Robo. This is true. P.S. New Getter Robo anime coming soon in 2021, and yes, Heats is in the trailer. I saw that. I loved it. I'm super excited for Getter Robo arc. But anyway, to kind of wrap this section up, would I recommend the show? Absolutely. If you like giant robots, like this is a good show to watch. Is it the pinnacle of the giant robot genre? Not really. I would still place a few Gundam series above it. I would put Evangelion above it. I think that Getter Robo Armageddon is a much better series. And I'm talking like super robots. But I would say that I liked it a lot more than I liked Mazinger Infinity. So yeah. It's good though. It's very enjoyable. I think that if you like the super robot genre, definitely give it a try. The entirety of the English dub, which is only 25 episodes, and it's a good dub. But the funny thing about the dub is that Mamoru is voiced by Ash Ketchum, and the president of the Gutsy Geoid Guard is voiced by Yu-Gi-Oh, and they use the same voices. So in English, it is basically about a cyborg guy with an impressive mane of hair whose best little boy friend is Ash Ketchum, and his boss is Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, that's the English dub in a nutshell. And all 50 episodes are on YouTube, plus the follow-up series, which is called GaoGaiGar Final. I have not finished it yet. I will say this. GaoGaiGar Final was made for a much more mature audience. There is a lot of fan service in it that is not in the main series. The main love interest, if her skirt was any shorter in Final, it would be a collar. Yeah. So, obviously, Guy is an ass man. Spudley asks, 4 Kids Ash or the Pokemon Company Ash? I don't know. I only know the one I watched as a kid.
So that would be 4 Kids.
Okay, then yeah, it's 4 Kids Ash then.
Yeah. Veronica Taylor, that's her name.
Yeah, that's who it is. So, but either way, it's fun. I recommend it. Definitely a ton of enjoyable stuff. And again, if you just love over the top super robot stuff, if you were a Power Rangers fan as a kid, you'll like this show. All right, more donations. Osamu Ryuji Yamazaki says, where would you place Megas XLR as far as big mech shows? It's the best mecha comedy ever.
Yeah.
Fuck Gurren Lagann, Megas XLR. So much better.
Giant robots.
Yeah. Samurai Bear wants to know, have I ever played War for Cybertron? Is this the one that I'm thinking of? Let me have a look. It is. So, here's a funny Micah story. The very first game I ever reviewed as a game journalist was Transformers War for Cybertron. Very first one, and I very much enjoyed it. It was very, very fun. So, So yeah, I really like that game. Take that back. I am never taking it back. Megas XLR is superior to Gurren Lagann. I ain't even gonna. Don't even front with that shit. All right. Let's go ahead and take a break from talking about stuff, and let's talk about other stuff. Specifically, we're going to talk about a couple comic books real quick, because I promised that I would start highlighting books on the entertainment podcast, and god damn it, I'm going to do it. The first of which, and by the way, the links for both of these are in the description, is called Only Death Can Save Us. It's by Russ Leach, who's a really swell guy. He says it's a Bronze Age-inspired cosmic fantasy romp that features the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, 80-plus pages, perfect bound, full color, 60 pages of story with concept art and character gallery. So basically what it is it's a very much a story told in the same style as Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Cosmic Age stuff. Also, if you think back to like Jim Starlin or, why am I forgetting his name? Creator of Beta Ray Bill. Hatman, help me out here.
Nope.
Walt Simonson.
There you go.
Like his art, Russ's art reminds me so much of Walt Simonson. It's ridiculous. So, and you can actually see them here: war, famine, pestilence, and death. So it pulls from that, sort of, from Christian theology, and basically makes it a cosmic story. So if you're into the old cosmic stories, this is definitely a book to pick out. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Another one is Cryptic Legends, The Mothman, from my friends over at King Toad Studios. This is one where Preston Acevedo actually did a cover for it, did a painted cover. And it is exactly what you think it's about. It's a horror story about the Mothman with great art. Original art is available as well. So definitely get your hands on it. Somebody already bought the Preston Acevedo painting, so you guys are kind of out of luck on that. But definitely something to look into. It is a beautiful looking book and looks like it's going to be a fun horror story. And again, like, look at this fucking cover. Preston is amazing. That's why I hired him. So yeah. Get your hands on this, link in the description as well. All right. Hatman.
Yes.
I forgot to do a thing. So while I'm doing the thing, what happened with Johnny Depp?
So Johnny Depp, had some bad luck with a lawsuit in the UK. Is that a mosquito? No, it's not a mosquito. Still, you're not welcome on my bag of M&Ms. Jerk, go
real
away.
Quick. There were two donations I missed, so hold that thought. Changus threw in $1, said, "I'm very glad you enjoyed GaoGaiGar, but to say it's better than Mazinger Infinity, that's a bold statement. I thought it was better. I thought it was a lot better. Mazinger Infinity didn't really hit me where I thought it was going to hit me." And then Darth Bobcat threw in $3, says, "Please, Chaos Sonic, let me have the cringe this week. I need it. Also, here's $3 for hating Gurren Lagann." Now there's donation wars. I'm loving it. Anyway, Hatman, go ahead and continue.
Anyway, so there was a trial against, I want to say, the Sun newspaper, a libel case in the UK because of their printing that Johnny Depp was a wife beater because of the whole Amber Heard case.
Yeah, which again
as it
has
turned
not
out,
been settled yet.
Yeah, as it's turned out, no, but they ruled against Johnny Depp because in the UK libel laws are different, and they basically have to prove that what they said was absolutely 100% false. They ruled that no, and there was truth to what the Sun, I believe it was, printed. So
wait a minute. I want to make sure that I heard that right. So because it could maybe be true.
Yes.
They threw it out.
Well, they ruled against him. Officially, the judgment said that they thought that it was true that he was a wife beater. That the Sun published a statement of fact.
Yeah.
But I don't know how UK libel laws work. I just know that their standard of evidence is much higher than here in the States. But anyway, oh my God, I need to stop getting text messages. So that in turn forced Warner Brothers to push Johnny Depp out of the Fantastic Beasts movies.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and that just dropped today. He posted on his Instagram that he was asked to resign from his role as Grindelwald in the Fantastic Beasts movies, which are the not quite follow-ups, but like prequels to Harry Potter. And yeah, he resigned. He was forced out. And keep in mind too, he lost his role as Captain Jack Sparrow for Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean movies too. All the while, what the hell is his wife's name?
Amber Heard.
Ex-wife's name, Amber Heard. Thank you. All the while, she has been explicitly allowed to reprise her role as Mira in Aquaman 2. So, male privilege, y'all. Patriarchy, y'all.
Wait a minute. So the case is not over in America. It has not been proven whatsoever that he ever laid his hands on her.
No.
And yet, that's not enough in the UK. What are they smoking?
Crack.
Man, fuck Britain.
Fuck them.
Yeah, like, seriously, fuck them.
Fuck them.
Somebody just threw money at me. Chaos Sonic threw in $1 and says, I don't have any cringe today. Anyway, I'm more tired of the election to even think of cringe, so my donations go to you, Bobcat. But if anything is anything Doom Guy is a femboy, I will take that donation next week. Oh, good Lord, please don't do that to me again. No. No. No.
Yeah, just stay away from me, Bug. Do not want Bug.
Oh, my God. This is frustrating as shit. I mean...
Yep. Yep. Bullshit, as it were.
This I don't understand. Like... How can you even come to the conclusion that he wasn't slandered if you make a truth statement that's not true or unverifiable?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, and that would be at least here in the U.S., that would be an open and shut fucking case.
Yeah, real quick, Serena says, wanted to get your guys' thought on the artwork by the 2 artists I uploaded in the post your art section. Give you your thoughts after the podcast. Also keep in mind, court system in the UK is highly misandrist. I'm noticing.
Yeah, seriously.
Anyway, continue your thought, partner.
In the U.S., it'd be an open and shut case. They call him a wife beater. They do not have evidence to it. So reckless disregard for the truth. You would be able to prove actual malice too by using the words wife beater. And it has had a what the hell is the word I'm looking for? It has had a pronounced effect on his reputation because as a result he has lost roles. So yeah. UK, the fuck.
Yeah. Well, my whole thing is like, all the shit that's alleged of Amber Heard is getting ignored, and all the shit that's alleged of Johnny Depp is being taken as read.
Mm-hmm.
I have a problem there, obviously. Accusations are not evidence. I'm sorry. They're just not. You have to prove it. You know, and that's why we have a court system. You know, and if somebody is slandering you and that it's had an effect on your business, you have every right to take them to task for it. Every fucking right.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Because I can tell you right now, man, I know people who are going through this sort of stuff. Where people are just slandering the shit out of them. And they're like, I'm getting my lawyer. This is fucking ridiculous. You know? I've seen people do it. I've seen people throw that threat out there. And yeah, if somebody fucks with your business like that, you have every right to do that. That's also why whenever I was a salesman, I had to train people whenever they did calls. It's like, you cannot talk shit about the other company. You can tell, you can compare. You cannot defame them. Because if you do, we can get sued for that. That's considered tortious interference. So yeah, that's a problem. So this is ridiculous to me. This I find beyond ridiculous. I don't know. Now I'm very frustrated. Like, Jesus Christ, really? Samurai Bear throws in $2 and says, the Archville of cringe. I can only torture Micah with Femboy Doom Guy. Also picked up Doom Eternal and Bloodborne on the Halloween sale. Well, I'll give you the horns for that, because Doom Eternal is awesome. I need to play through Bloodborne. I have not actually taken the time to do it. I've had it on my PS4 ever since I bought the thing 3 years ago, and I have not played through it yet. And I bought the console to play it. That's how stupid I am. Good Lord. This is the unfortunate state that we're in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And there needs to be... Somebody's got to pay, you know? Mm-hmm. Somebody's got to pay. Chaos Sonic throws in a buck and says, the judge was more of an SJW, and also she was technically in on it. As RGE has said, this is more of a victory to MGTOW because it vindicated them more on not marrying. Well, I have a hard time arguing against RGE on that one. He's a good buddy of mine, and we disagree on some things. By the way, RGE is like, and I are like the best examples of like two dudes who get along that can civilly disagree with one another. Aside from me and Hatman. Just so you guys know. Just because you disagree with somebody on something doesn't mean you should want to take their head off. But anyway. This is disturbing. And yeah, I'm very wary of ever getting married again. My first one obviously didn't turn out so well. So why do it again, right? So yeah, needless to say, there'd be some fuckery about, and I'm not a fan. Alright. So, another thing that people asked about, in regards to topics for the week, because there wasn't a whole lot that went on in entertainment, everything was just devoted to the election, was getting into gunpla. What do you need to do to get into this? So, I am on... Which model would this be?
Gundam just does not end, does it?
No. Of the Gundam series models I have done, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then my your boy Zaku is 9, and he's half done. You'd ask yourself, what does it take to get into it? Well, I'm gonna go over that today. Tyler Preston throws in a buck and says, Mickey Mouse, film a movie right near concentration camps in China, no problem. Wait, one of our actors is accused of something? Fire that son of a bitch. We can't have that ruining our reputation. Yeah, I'm with you. So the question is, how do you get into it? One thing I will say right now, it is an investment. Like all hobbies are. You're going to spend money on it. And it's basically something to do when you have extra cash and you don't want to eat yourself into an early grave. So here's what I did. I bought a couple of key things online after I built Wing Zero over there, because Xavier said this model could be a lot better than it is. So that's what I did. Now, the sizes of Gundam models, they come in two different sizes. Well, three actually. One 1/44th, one 100th, and 1/60th. Though I have heard there is a 110 or like a 1/20th or something of the RX-78, which is the Grandpa Gundam. So let me actually bring up some examples of or a place that I go to buy gunpla to kind of show you guys the different types that you can get. So, and what I would recommend as sort of the way to do things. So, give me just a moment here. I just want to make sure that I'm getting them ordered correctly. Almost done. There we go. Okay. So, the first scale you're going to get is the 1/144th scale. They are tiny things. They're like 5 inches tall when you put them together. And there are two different grades that they come in. There's one called high grade, and the other one is called real grade. So let me show you guys what I mean. So these are the high grade ones, and they are very cheap. As you can see, the cheapest one you can get online is $8.95. Gims, Zagax, and then the first like Gundams and cheapest ones you're going to get are, oddly enough, the 00 Gundam from 00 Gundam, the Grandpa Gundam, and Char's Zaku 2. You can even get a Zaku 1, which is pretty cool. I wish they made these in Master Grade. You can get the Magwanaut core. I've actually seen somebody, because the Magwanaut core is so cheap, building the entire core, the whole Magwanaut core, which is like 40 mobile suits, to have a Gundam wing display, which is nuts. The Death Army. I have a friend who actually has this one, the Devil Gundam, so on and so forth. So these are the easiest ones to put together as well, because they don't have an internal skeleton. It's just, they're just kind of built upon themselves. Then you have the real grade, which are more detailed on the interior. They have an interior skeleton, but they're the same size. And the benefit is they're much more posable. So let me show you guys. We'll go Crossbone here. So here's the Crossbone Gundam, the X1. As you can see, it's much more posable, it's much more detailed, so on and so forth. So if you have small hands, these are the grades I would recommend. Would be high and real grade. Real grade being more expensive, but they're much better looking than high grade stuff. I'm sorry. Master grade are the ones that I do. All of the ones behind me. In fact, let's grab a different one today. Let's grab... I usually throw Grandpa up here. I don't think I want to today. So let's grab the GP01. And I knocked over the F91 in doing so. This is a big boy. In fact, I'm going to... And I will read that donation in a second. Go to scene here so you guys can see how big this fucking thing is. It's huge. The GP01's a monster. This is about the size of most Master Grade Gundams. There's a couple that are smaller, but that's because in the show, that the respective shows that they are in, they are smaller as well. And good lord, things are falling apart. So I'm going to have to leave him here on my desk so I can fix him. Actually, wait, no, it was something that wasn't supposed to be there anyway. I just forgot to pull off. So never mind. I'm just going to leave that part on my desk, and I'm going to put him back on the shelf. So the GPO1 is actually one of my favorites. This is the one that I would recommend if you're going to do a master grade to start with. It's big, it's thick, it's easy to pose. It's got a core fighter, so you get some experience doing that. And it's very easy to detail as well, because you can see here the panel linings. I did everything on him, and he looks really good, including the painting here, this reds. So the GPO1, great Gundam. If you've never seen 0083 Stardust Memory, Hatman, have you seen that one yet? Hatman has not. He needs to. That will definitely be something we do on Mecha Mondays. Is Stardust Memory. I love that series. But that's what high grade looks like, or what master grade looks like, and then you can get them. They can come in a variety of prices. The one that I just placed that Pen Scrap donated for was over $100. I'll kind of show you guys where the high bar is on these real quick. So the highest one, of course, is the Sentinel Phaz, the full armor double Zeta from Gundam Sentinel. That's $106. And the reason that these are more costly is they're more rare. They're not in production currently. So like the Unicorn Gundam HD is about $75. The Sinanju, which is also from Gundam Unicorn. A lot of the stuff from Gundam Unicorn is expensive. The Banshee, which I really want to build, both that and the Verka. This is the one I really want to do because it looks a lot better. The Zeta is $50. I'm going to do that one probably in the next couple of months. So they can be, the average I would say is $40, $50. This one I really want to build is the Grandpa Gundam from Mobile Suit Gundam The Origin. But it, again, they're going to look great. They're going to be very detailed. They're going to be a good size, so if you have big hands like I do, they'll be easy to put together than a smaller grade. And they have an internal skeleton, which makes them very easy to pose. And then this one right here, the RX-72 1.5. This one is a good one to start on because it doesn't have an internal skeleton really like the others do, and the leg assembly came pre-assembled. So that's a good one to start on, but I've heard the 2.0 is a lot cooler looking. Another good one to start on is, of course, the EZ8 and the ground unit as well. So, but there's a lot of great ones. The harder ones, the smaller ones, I would not recommend starting on the Crossbone. Those are tiny. To show you by comparison, here is the Crossbone full cloth. And as you can see, it's much smaller compared to my hand than the GPO-1 was. But it ended up being a beautiful looking model, so I can only complain so much. But they make great decorations if you're a Gundam fan. So, and here right now is the RX-78 2.0. This is the better one. Heck, it looks a lot better. I should have bought this one. What the fuck was I thinking? It's even got like a beam gatling. Fuck. And this is a good example of the posability. As you can see here, this is the classic Gundam pose, which is actually on my other monitor right here. From the very first episode. So. And then finally, you have perfect grade. These are fucking expensive. But they are 1/60th scale, and they're huge. And at some point, I want to build a couple of these. Specifically, I want to do a Zaku, I want to do the Grandpa Gundam, and I want to do the GPO-1 and the Unicorn. So those are some of my favorites. So that is basically how you get into Gunpla. Supply-wise, what you need to buy, and these are relatively cheap, maybe about $15 at the most, is you can get toolkits. This altogether cost me about $10. Gundam markers. There's two sets you're going to want to get. You're going to want to get a color set, and then you're going to want to get a panel lining set, which is only 2, but they're very fine-tipped. And those cost about $10 as well. So yeah. Black Knight Rex says Zaku 2 M grade is about $50 to $60. No, it isn't. It's actually cheaper than that. Let me show you. It's usually, depending on where you get it from, I got it from USA Gundam Store. I got it for like $35. Let me show you real quick. And I'm actually going to bring up a few different websites for you guys to check out that are good to go to for them. Specifically, these are the three that I use the most. So, I've actually contacted these people to get to do advertising with us. USA Gundam Store is really good. They've got a great selection. Their shipping's not too bad either. Galactic Toys and Collectibles is good as well, and they have a loyalty program. So the more you buy, the more discounts you will get with them. And then finally, New Type as well, which I'm not going to recommend because obviously this. But they do have good selection, and they have a lot of tools. So, and then of course you can just go on Amazon. Amazon is where I got all my extra stuff. So there we go. Okay. So that hopefully answers that question for the person who wanted to know how to get into Gunpla. To read some donations. Tyler Preston said, Chaos Electric says, are you willing to do Legos? Lately there's one with Venom sets and Spider-Man hero packs, one with Venom riding a T-Rex. No, I don't have the space for them. Lego sets are huge. Like, Gundams aren't. Gundams are actually relatively small. So, I can't do that. Alright, it's time for Q&A.
Q&A time.
Hatman is bored, clearly. So,
well, Gunpla is just not really my thing. So, it is what it is. I build guns, not Gunpla.
So we got from Diva Night Rose wants to know. She said that her abuser, goodness, you didn't have to share that part, dear, but she said that the fact she loved anime and fantasy said that her imagination was of the devil. So with this in mind, two-part question. How do you deal with Christians who get in your case for being a fan of anime, video games, and pop culture in general? And how do you know for certainty that being a fan of the aforementioned things wouldn't result in heavenly condemnation? Well, first off, Christ never condemned entertainment.
Yeah.
You know, he condemned certain aspects of what might be in it, glorification of violence and stuff like that. Like that's different. But imagination being of the devil, no. Like that's just somebody being controlling and using God as a cudgel. God does not believe that. You know, it's not in the Bible. So my response to people like that is simple. Why don't you take a long dive off a short bridge? Not the last one wants to know. In our opinion, what would have happened if the Alex Gundam survived Bernard's assault and was given to Amuro? I don't know, because it was built in 0080. So maybe Amuro would have gotten involved in Operation Stardust. I'm not quite sure, but or maybe he would have been tapped to fight Gato. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. It didn't really matter by the time of Zeta and Char's counterattack because Gundam, like, Mobile Suit Development had come so far that the Alex would have even been obsolete. And then, of course, in Char's counterattack, you got the new Gundam, which was specifically built for new types. So, well, so was the Zeta and Double Zeta, but you get what I mean. It was built for him. So, and it was far superior to the Alex. Holy Ninja Joe says, what would be the most insane idea for a mecha show? God. I don't know, but I want it to happen. And then I'll watch it. Because I'm more of a real robot fan. Super robots are where all the insane shit happens. So. Servant wants to know, there seems to be a complete lack of interest in stuff like Star Wars, Trek, Marvel, MCU, DC, most things owned by Warner, etc. given the lack of theatrical releases, parts unable to open, etc. If you had to guess, if nothing changes regarding mindsets with them, how long can they survive realistically? It's going to depend on how quickly COVID is over. If it's over quick, then most of them are going to survive no problem. If they if this whole mess continues, the entertainment industry is going to be hurting for certain. So,
yeah, for quite some time.
And then Waste Coast just says, I want to show off the robot that she's excited for. And of course, it is RC. It's a cool looking RC, though. Transformers Red, robot enhanced design. It's very detailed. It's going to sound like heresy. I'm not the biggest Transformers fan. Somewhere Optimus is like, you motherfucker. Darth Bobcat wants to know, Hatman, what is your equivalent of a gunpla that you could make into a reoccurring thing? I'd be interested in hearing on that. And then Chaos Sonic threw in a buck and just said, just asking since Lego to him is like gunpla. So, there you go.
What would be like my gunpla?
What does the Hatman build?
It would be literal guns.
There you go. Now, when we get to the point of if there's actually need to like build giant robots, I'm probably going to drop this whole commentary thing and go learn to be an engineer and then build giant robots, and then pilot them. And then I swear to God, Shar Aznavour's getting his ass handed to him. Contilism is gonna fucking fail. Anyway, Make Sims great again. Throws in a buck. Says, since when are you doing a Tim Milquetoast Fool cosplay? The only reason that I am wearing my beanie is because my hair needs to be cut and it looks like a mess right now. So yeah, it's like I'm throwing my beanie on. Jesus Christ. And I need to shave too. I'm getting a little hairy beneath on the neck. Bobcat says, have you noticed that psychic powers are less popular in media these days than in the 90s? If this is a real trend, why? Because somehow psychic powers can do everything, and it's just more of a cop-out than an actual, like, writing. Let's see here. Now it's time for the chat. Hatman, I will let you choose. What questions should we answer? We got 10 minutes.
Let's see. Leonardo 1 asks, have we ever played a game called Hades? So roguelike, kind of like Binding of Isaac, but set in Greek mythology, not Greece mythology. And it's on PC and Switch. No.
I've seen it. It looks amazing, but I haven't played it yet.
Elfen Lied, for example. What are we comparing to Elfen Lied now?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Miguel Barrera, to go back to early part of the stream, does that make GaoGaiGar the Getter Robo of the Brave series?
Kind of. I'd say it has more in common with Mazinger than it does Getter.
Xenonic has a question on the Discord. The elections on Cybertron are almost in. Who are you guys voting for? Grimlock of the Dinobot Party with Swoop as VP. Starscream of the Secret Party with Thundercracker as VP. Rodimus of the Backstabber Party with Starscream and a mustache as VP. Bumblebee of the Minibots Party with Brawn as the VP. Soundwave of the Neo Decepticon Party with Laserbeak as VP. Or Outback of the Cybertronian Libertarian Party with Cliffjumper as VP. Jeez. I'm sorry. The Rodimus one just got me.
That was amazing.
Starscream and a mustache as VP.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's great.
Of course, my vote goes to the Dinobot Party. because Grimlock. I'm a little biased.
I'm sorry, but I love how Starscream is in two fucking parties simultaneously. Because Starscream, motherfucker.
Well, that and Rodimus Prime killed Optimus. I mean, he's a piece of shit. Fuck Rodimus.
Oh wow. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's the most entertaining thing I've read all day.
Maybe now we need to have like a shame Rodimus Prime button.
Oh my god. Oh man. Hardworld asked if you'd be interested in the Liberty Prime kit he linked to a few days ago. 10 inches tall, it's 100 pounds. That's British pounds, not American pounds.
There's a Liberty Prime model kit?
Evidently.
Let me see this. Fallout Wasteland Warfare, Brotherhood of Steel, Liberty Prime. Wow. How big is this thing?
10 inches apparently.
200. Yeah, that's pretty big. I mean, the cost to get it here would be insane. So, let's see if I can find it in America. No, it's all in the euro. I don't know how much it would cost to get over here, but it looks like it would actually have to be custom painted too. So I would need to buy an airbrush to do it. But maybe someday, because I certainly, trust me, I would not be against having like a Liberty Prime statue or something, or statuette, or something like that in my apartment at all.
I'm sorry, but Hardboiled's follow-up. So that's big then?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't resist. I'm 14 years old.
Oh my god, there are Liberty Prime t-shirts.
Liberty Prime t-shirts. Interesting.
And one of them says, death is a preferable alternative to communism.
That one I have seen.
There's another one that says, better dead than red. I might have to get that one. Democracy is non-negotiable. I love that one. It's so fucking stupid. Oh, God.
All right. Let's see. Crystal Hydra asked, why is it we don't see any good mutant fiction that depicts mutants as monsters instead of everyone just keeps ripping off X-Men all the time?
I don't know. That's the problem. Everybody wants to rip off X-Men.
Well, I guess that would just be like a monster sort of story instead of a just pure mutant.
Chaos Sonic throws in a buck and says, Fall of Cybertron Grimlock is the best Grimlock to me, and no, Rodimus would not be a backstabber. That would be Scorponok. No. Rodimus is the reason that Optimus is dead. Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Starscream's true allegiance is to Starscream, whom he promptly betrays.
Yes.
Yes. Let's see. Tyler Preston asks, what are the themes of Get a Robo that separate itself from Mazinger Z?
It's dark and violent as fuck.
Okay.
Basically. Like that's basically what it is. It is like it's like Mazinger's like metalhead cousin.
Okay. Samurai Bear asks, how much for a Bloodborne stream?
I don't know. How much is it worth to you?
How much you got?
Yeah. What are you buying? I'm turning into the merchant from RE4. Oh no. Oh.
No. There was one more that I saw. Uh, Brian Gilmartin asked favorite D&D monsters.
I like the Mind Flayers, which is why I can't wait for them to put orcs in Baldur's Gate, because then I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna play it as Blarg, and we will have fun adventures as Blarg the Barbarian.
Apparently there are no more monsters in D&D because they went woke. So, racism, check your privilege, etc., etc. Eclectic 1995 asks, which franchise had the best spaceship designs, Star Wars or Star Trek?
Oh, Star Wars.
I would say Star Wars as well.
Everything
I
in Star
much
Trek looks like a
prefer
sex toy.
I much prefer the used future look to the sleek future, because in all likelihood, sleek will be rarer, and we will have more obvious pipes and shit coming off of things, as opposed to everything being like one solid curved piece of steel. Yeah, there are no modifiers for. Yeah, they took away all the race modifiers for.
Yeah,
the
I'm
new
aware of that.
fifth edition.
It's just like it's just playing as them. Like that's what I want to do.
You can always go back to Superior 3.5.
Not in Baldur's Gate 3.
Fuck. That's true.
Like, we're talking about a video game here.
Oh, I thought you were still on D&D.
No, just D&D.
Because-
No. The reason I brought up Baldur's Gate is because my favorite D&D enemy is the Mind Flayer. And the Mind Flayers are the bad guys in Baldur's Gate 3.
Right, okay. I'm slow, apparently. Except for Cisco's pimp hand.
True.
And Cisco!
Is the best captain.
He's a badass motherfucker.
Yeah. There's not a better captain than Benjamin Sisko. It's not even close.
Uh-oh.
He found a way to kill the Borg. Q does not fuck with him. Picard never hit me. I'm not Picard. Goddamn right he's not.
Daniel Parker says the USS Enterprise does not look like a sex toy.
Yes, it does.
No, it looks like a pizza cutter.
That too. Tarina de Guzman says, to be fair, Optimus took his sweet-ass time shooting Megatron when he was obviously going for something. Don't you start with me. I see you. Chaos Sonic throws in a buck and says, I will still defend Rodimus. No, Optimus is still hesitating on killing Megatron. Rodimus is trying to protect an officer, even as if Rodimus was not there, Megatron would still kill him. Megatron just should have killed Rodimus or Hot Rod and spared us all the trouble. And Optimus would probably still be alive.
Melee Brawler 64 asks, what do you think about Captain America Red, Black, and White?
Isn't that the one that was done, edited by the fuckface that CB Cebulski took over for? Because this is going to be the last question.
I have no idea. I'm searching for it right now.
Is this the one with Elijah something other? Yeah, red, white, and black.
Oh, Red, White, and Black.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it was about Isaiah Bradley. I thought it was a bunch of race-baiting garbage.
I'm not familiar with it, so...
Yeah, it was edited by Tom Brevoort. And Brevoort, and with the... Because a lot of people call... Oh, I'm not trying to Tom Brevoort. Axel Alonso. And Alonso basically said anybody who criticizes this book is a racist. And he got a lot of flack for that statement back when it came out. A lot of
What
fans
the
told him to
hell
go fuck himself.
What the fuck is this? The idea sprung up in a meeting involving Joe Quesada, where Robert Morales was asked to pitch a story. He notes that I wrote a proposal that was so staggeringly depressing, I was certain they'd turn it down, but they didn't.
Well, the big thing I have is like, here's the actual. Again, this is back in 2002, showing that these guys have been at Marvel a long time. Have been these kind of SJW fuck ups. Axel Alonso said the criticism for the series came from outright racists who don't like the idea of a black man in a Cap uniform.
Oh my god.
Fuck Axel Alonso. So he's a piece of shit. All right, real quick. Samurai Bear throws in $5 to say, here is $5 to react to, but I said no homo by Yamaru. There we go. So Samurai Bear and Darth Bobcat get the picks of the week. So give us just a second. It's time for that. If you didn't get your question answered, add it into the overflow. We're going to have a long one this week. So
yep. If there's anyone who didn't get a question answered, I think I got all of you.
Okay, so
all
this
right,
is 25 seconds. Give me 1 second. I'll DM it to you.
If you did.
Okay. How many do we have?
Just two.
Just two. Okay.
Chaos Sonic throws in another $1. Says, speaking of Marvel, there's still layoffs going on right now. Good.
Fuck them.
Yep, definitely fuck them.
Fuck them.
And then the other one is in the Animu section of the Discord. And Bobcat won that one. And it's called Send Sakuramiko's Language. Okay.
Oh my god. More
Miku.
More
well,
VTubers.
It's not Doggo this time.
It's not, but it's still VTubers.
Yes. Well, at least we're not going to get copyright struck for it, right?
I hope.
Fingers crossed, right? Ant-Man dribbling food down himself.
Hey, they're crispy M&Ms, man. I love this shit.
They are tasty. Asami Ryuji
favorite.
Yamazaki donated $1. Said if you were hired to do an SNK comic, how would you go about it? It would be called The Resurrection of Geese Howard. And my smile should tell you exactly what I would do. Oh, yeah. It would be awesome. Think of how good I write fight scenes. And then just imagine me doing a Fatal Fury fight scene. All right. Let's get started.
I said no homo, though, first?
Yes. It's only 30 seconds.
Tell me when.
3, 2, 1, go.
If you didn't know it had a dick, then it can't be gay, right?
But dick plus dick equals gay, bro. You're fucking gay.
Oh, but I said no homo.
If you bone a man, that's gay.
It's only gay if you like their dick more than their ass, fam.
Do you even know the definition of being gay?
Of course I know the definition of being gay, because I'm definitely not one of them.
What you just said was pretty fucking gay, though, bro. I'm really sorry, but it is.
Wait.
I really didn't need a gateway into Nick Fuentes' conversation after his first night with a cat boy. Just saying.
What? What?
Why do you have two sets of glasses on?
Because I have to peer over multiple sets of glasses to express my disapproval.
Well, at least it made more sense than Aiden's justification for whether or not traps were not gay.
Traps are gay. Traps are always
sorry,
gay.
Aiden, traps are gay.
No, traps are gay.
All right. Next clip. Looks like war footage. This should be interesting.
There we
Let's
go.
hit it. Oh, wait. Another donation came in. Hold on a sec. No, never mind. I got it. Okay.
All right, tell me when.
3, 2, 1, hit it.
We need to move out, man! Move it!
What the?
I've been in! Hang on, Captain! I'm not gonna make it. I need you to give my wife a message.
Hi.
Tell her.
I hope we'll be together forever.
Repeat it to me!
I hope we'll do together ever.
I'll tell her! I'll tell her! Search! I need you to give the captain's wife a message. Tell her.
I hope we will.
I love where this is going.
Stop it! I hope we together ever.
Oh
Yes, sir, I'll tell her.
no.
Oh no.
Ah!
Oh no.
Gotta give the captain's wife a message. Tell her.
I hope ever.
ちょっと待って。
Oh no.
スイちゃん歯抜けた？歯抜けたよね。
I hope we're and do ever.
If that's what he said. Oh, come
God
on!
damn it! It keeps happening.
Listen, I need you to give captain's wife a message.
先輩。
はい。
いきますよ。I hope where you will. I hope singing and dance.
What the fuck?
最後いきますね。
うん。
I hope
うん。
we are 感じです。
いくよ。はい。I hope we will wear. I 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 hope we will wear. チョコレート準備はできましたか？じゃあまずは英訳の方をね、ちょっと教えてください。どうぞ。
そのまま言うね。
うんうん。
でも修正 しようかな。オーケー。多分言いたかったのは、I hope we will be together かな。
And they used the music from Mobile Suit Gundam.
I thought that was gonna have a funnier ending.
All right, that one was pretty good. that one was actually pretty good.
Ending.
And somebody
But,
throws in
yeah.
money. What is this? Oh, fuck! Lisa Stunt Doom go as Pinboy. Okay, enough. Show's over. Things have happened. buy VPN and comic book stuff. Links in the description. Thank you, by the way, for your generosity. Chaos Sonic, Asama Yuruji Yamazaki, Torino de Guzman, Make Sims Great Again, Darth Bobcat, and then Samurai Bear, Serena, and that one guy who was a jerk. So, thank you all for donating this week. We very much appreciate you. We will be back for the overflow, of course. And then, I don't really know, and then, of course, the podcast next week. And just remember, stay positive. Because it can always be worse. You're not in communist China. Just saying. So with all that said, my name is Micah Curtis.
And I'm Alex Baldwin, and damn it, I'm going to go have some fun tonight.
Damn straight. We'll see you guys next time. Dave's Fault.
Dave's Fault.